Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome, team. Welcome back to Next Level JJ. And my goodness, are we taking things to the next level today? Hey, look, it's good to have you back. As the title of this video will suggest, we are trying to figure out what the ARG is that is currently happening in Marathon. Now, I had no clue what it was yesterday, but I understood there was something happening in the background. And then this morning I woke up and, I thought, the whole point of this channel, I am not next level. Let me be clear. The whole point is taking things on that are challenging. Sometimes, sometimes things that are annoying or frustrating, you name it. Sometimes things we don't understand. We take it on, we try and figure it out, and then we push ourselves to the next level. Now, the whole point is I started looking at this slowly but surely, delving in, and then I started finding this material and that material, and it started growing very rapidly. And so it just got to a point of critical mass this afternoon. I actually had a lovely stream this morning where I did some toge racing in Japan. Go check that out if you want. But in the back of my head was this, what is this ARG? And so, yeah, invested more and more time, and then eventually got to the point where I started to understand it. Then I needed to figure out how to take part in it, how to get into it, and all of those things. But remember, the people that are currently smashing out the ARG, these are people that they've done ARGs before. They're super nerdy, super smart people. I guess I'm nerdy, but I'm definitely not super smart. And so I am definitely going to be riding on the coattails of the other geniuses. But I think the important thing for us here, team, is that a lot of people are going to look at this and go, no, too complex. And so what I've done is, from a noob's perspective, tick through the steps to get to a certain point. And if you follow along, you will see it from a perspective of, oh, okay, it's not that hard as long as you understand where to go. So in the description for my YouTube and Rumble videos, I've got the important links that you need to be able to follow along. Now, if you don't have that, then don't be shy. Head over to my Discord channel. There's a Marathon sub channel. You can go in there, and all the links that you need to follow along are there. Now, the question you've probably got then is, well, how do I get your Discord link? So very easy, depending on what platform you're on, there should just be a link you can click on. But of course, you could just head over to nextleveljj.com and you should have a Discord link up top there. So jump in, say hi, it'll be great to have you. Now, what am I doing? I am quickly just gonna go here. You won't be able to see what I'm doing because I realize that these descriptions that I've got, what? No. You're kidding me. Okay, fine. You want to play this game, YouTube? I can play this game too. So basically what it's done is just wiped all the links that I had put in the description of YouTube. Oh, hang on a minute. No. It's at the top. That's right. I was a smart boy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste all of these links in the chat. Okay? It might be quite a lot, but I think if you can go ahead and copy it from the chat, that might make things a little bit easier. Okay, so there's link number 1. Link number 2. Oh, there we go. Whoa, okay. All right. What just happened here? Oh, there we go. There was not much planning, as you can imagine, going into the stream. It was just like, oh, we got to go live. We got to tell this now. And so we are making it as we go. But yeah, as I said, I'm dropping these links into the chat. That could make it easier for you to follow along. But again, head over to nextleveljj.com. Open up the Discord link, head over to my Discord. There's a Marathon sub area there. Just go in there and I will have dropped those links in there for you too. Now, cool tunes in the background. Next to me is the amazing Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Go check them out. They're on Spotify. Link is in the description below as well. But importantly, I listen to them. You know, I went for a mountain bike ride yesterday and I had like 4 tunes playing. They are awesome, so check them out. Tonight we are listening to the Sus album. It's got a bit of energy, which is something I'm going to need. There's going to be some brain activity that's going to be required tonight. Okay, right. So, shall we talk ARG? Now, what have I done? I have, there we go, I just want to get rid of that. I've set up browser tabs. Now, if you go, hey, get into the game and play, you're at the wrong stream. I might do it later once everything's, you know, said and done. I've got a craving for marathon always. Hey, Ethan, welcome to the chat. Good to have you, buddy. Welcome to a very, very geeky stream. We're going to be talking ARG in Marathon. Okay, so shall we jump on over to the full screen browser? All right. Okay, cool. There we go, team. So I'll zoom in on this a little bit. Now, I'm fully aware that my camera will be in the way for some stuff, and so I'll definitely move it when needed. But let's take a step back and we start at the beginning. What is an ARG? Now, as this person is highlighting here, and by the way, again, this link is in the comments section. This link is in many places, but if you're not employed and you have a life outside of video games, or you just can't be asked with the full-on geek out happening around this event, I've got you covered. First of all, what is an ARG? So ARG is an alternate reality game. So think of it as a game in a game. So it's a great way for a company like Bungie to engage with the community and get people to work together to unlock certain features. And right now, the 4th map in Marathon, the Cryo Archive, is locked behind this event. And so there are literally tens of thousands of people right now trying to figure out how to click and crack and do things. So as we go through the guide, you'll see that there's a point where people actually had to, like, in mass, do these things over and over and over to get the percentage up, and only once it reached a certain percentage did it unlock. So fascinating stuff. But anyway, let's dive into it. So lots of posts on Discord chatter, what the Cryo Archive actually is. Bungie set up a community progress puzzle tied to in-game terminals. There we go. So we had to do things in the game to kind of kick off this ARG, unlocking it. And then once we did that, it then unlocked functions in a website. Now, very fascinating. In the game, you get these little stickers that you can stick on your weapons. And one of them was a barcode. And I saw that immediately, as most people did, and scanned it. And it took me to a particular website, which basically we'll get to in a second. But it looks like this. And it's cryoarchive.systems. More on that later. And so, yes, people had to go to terminals and they had to do all kinds of things. And that was sort of the easy bit. People were going, oh, yeah, we're going to get this done. And suddenly there were more puzzles. And then suddenly there were more puzzles. And unless, you know, I don't know if Bungie will hold back if nobody cracks this entirely, that they'll just release the final map. But at this point, we should be pretty close. Now, I thought this was interesting because this is the first time I've heard about ARG, and I'm not a person who's played many Bungie games. You know, I'm a PlayStation person and a PC person back in the day, and so I never got into Halo. And then when Destiny came to, I played Destiny to a decent amount, but never hardcore, but never took part in what's called an ARG. And so I thought I'd pop this up quickly on screen. And so this one is a fascinating one as well. So an alternative reality game is an interactive narrative that is used real world as a platform, often involving multiple media game elements to tell a story that may be affected by participants' ideas or actions. Now, this was fascinating. The history of ARG. So again, I'm going to get into the ARG in a second. I just thought it's good for some people who've never seen an ARG to know that this started back in technically 1999 with the original Halo, the Cortana letters. then through Halo 2 and 3 and so forth. By the way, there was this great news article that came out today. A lot of people say, yeah, but, you know, Bungie isn't what it used to be, and this, you know, none of the people that worked on Halo is still there. That's not true. Apparently, there's still a crap load of the OG Halo people that are still at Bungie. So don't rag on Bungie, man. Just jump on the train, the hype train. It's awesome right now. Anyways, then it went into Destiny and Destiny 2. I mean, I heard things about the Witch Queen, but never got involved in it. All the way through to last year, there was a chess puzzle. And then, of course, we find ourselves today in the ARG 4 marathon. Now, very interesting. When you start digging into things, the first thing that you're going to want to do is understand the scope of things. You know, this is not something that Marathon has just chucked in. You know, Bungie's just chucked in, oh, click this, do this. You know, it is massively complex. Like I said, you've got thousands of really smart people right now trying to crack extremely hard puzzles. And you'll see as we go through this, it is nuts. There are some videos out there of people streaming for 10 hours, and it looks like they're trying to crack like the most crazy code you've ever seen in your life. So we'll get into that. And there we go. I'm in good old New Zealand, so if you want to watch a bit of rugby, there's a good, or cricket, you know, check it out. So as I showed you, this is the site that you will reach when you scan that barcode. But the interesting thing here is when you scan that barcode and you got here, you can actually log in. You needed stuff. All right. And so in a second, we'll touch on the Discord channel and how you can get started on this, because I think that is quite important for you to understand. But just on that scale, there's an active API that people are pulling data from that is continuously logging the activity that's going on in the current ARG. It covers images and videos that have been unlocked. It's covering, which is fascinating, the kill counter of UESC kills that's happened. And so you can see the next update will happen in less than 2 minutes. Maybe let me zoom in a little bit more and just get it above my head. Just over there. But as you can see, there's a kill count, average, and so forth. But this is the interesting one. So these are the pages that we've unlocked, and we'll get into that in a second. But as you can see, cargo's unlocked complete. So these were all incomplete, and as people were smashing through this, they were completing this. Do you remember earlier? Hang on, let me jump over here. I did think this through, team. So boom, does that work? Spotify main mic, everything's there, lovely. So on the left, you can see here stabilization levels. And so again, we'll read about this in a minute, but there was a point where we had to have a certain amount of activity to complete, I can't remember the word now, but like to stabilize. There we go. It's actually right here, over here, stabilization. To stabilize the cameras. And so to do that, a shed load of people had to play through to complete that. And so you can see here, this is where people were just absolutely, let me maybe go full screen there. Look at that. Look at that. And so you can see this is where people, when they figured things out, they were like, okay, let's go crazy. And then they were able to stabilize things. So seriously, when you look at this without understanding it, it is hella complex, like really complex. But as I said, I'm going to try and simplify things to you. Now, what I need to do now is actually show you. And by the way, a lot of this was, it was shared in the Discord, but in Marathon, you would have also received emails guiding you, cryptic emails, but guiding you to the right places. But again, I think if you just read the email, you wouldn't really understand what to do. So over to Discord. So, okay, this is my Discord setup at the moment here. So don't be shy, team. You know, go and check out, like I said, if you want to get a bit of information here. But what is more important, I think, is this. So within the Marathon chat, their Discord channel, there is a couple of things here. There is this breach protocol, which is fascinating. But then if we go over here to the leaderboard, the first thing you're going to want to do to be able to unlock that website is get a DAC. Okay? And so a DAC, which I'll put on screen, is basically a unique QR code that is specific to each person. So you basically have to go in here All right, you go into leaderboard, and you can see down here, there's DAC, there's contract. When you click on DAC, it will generate an image. Save that image on your device because you need that image. You have to upload it to unlock the DAC. Now, I don't know if you can complete this on a PlayStation or an Xbox because I think they do have browsers, but honestly speaking, it's something that you probably just want to do on a laptop. And so you get into Discord on your laptop and then get your DAC, fire up the websites, and go from there. All right, so you've got your DAC. Lovely. Now what's next? So remember I said we've got this website here. So the Cryo Archive system. So when we open this up, you see it's showing us camera feeds from the Cryo Archive itself. And fascinating, some of these cameras were flickering at certain times, and if people push print screen, they would get write codes. Very complex. And so basically things started with, cargo, and it got completed, and then it went to index, and index helped us with stuff, and then it went through to steerage and revival. And I actually think some of these were not in order all the way through to where we find ourselves now, which is the next thing we need to complete, which is preservation. All right. So control is captured, but not completed. So once we've completed preservation, we suspect then control will open up, and we think that's the last one. And so if we go back to our API, you can see here, we've got preservation. And then once we've got that, it's Cryo Hub. All right. So yeah, maybe that's control. Now, let's jump into the index. The reason why I wanted to jump in here is because this is fascinating. When we start going into the actual document that explains what's going on, and hold on, trust me, it seems very complex and overloaded, but when I go back to a document now, it simplifies things and then it'll make sense. But basically, this index is interactive. This entire site is very complex. And so basically, once things were unlocked, it gave us these little things. Explanations of stuff. What does words mean? There were videos.
They rose up through the cloud.
Yeah, that did work. And so when we unlocked stuff, it unlocked additional videos, which gave us more clues. So yeah, there's another video. And yeah, these entries have numbers. And so again, this, for instance, is an entire document. Let me extract that immediately. Look at this, my friends. Look at this document. This is one of many complex things, but this is explaining the thought process that people have to go through to unlock certain steps in this whole process. Now, again, team, we are not here to figure these things out. People have done it already. And so they've been looking at these things. They've been using images of maps to overlay on top of certain things to get certain codes or coordinates. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Oh, and actually, I realize you can't see that. You can see this. Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, but anyway, let me scroll down again. Sorry, it actually opened up Adobe on my computer, and I thought that's what you guys are seeing. But as you can see, look at that. Look at that. What the is that, man? It's mad. Anyway, and so kudos to everybody that's been figuring this stuff out. And so now we find ourselves. Now, I think there are many documents out there. I don't know if this is the official document, but, and prepare your eyes, we're about to be white screened, flash banged, but unfortunately that is what the document is in. And of course, I am wearing a white shirt as well, just for good measure. Okay, so what's happening here, team, is this document, again, I've linked it, is explaining in a bit more detail what needs to be done. It is coordinating a team of people. There's roughly, what's that, 40 people, a total 39 people viewing this at the moment. And so it's, for me, the first thing I stumbled on and started reading through, and I was like, okay, wow, this is really involved. And it's basically covered all the things that have been completed so far and where we're at. It's giving links to Discord channels. So if you want to help with this, you should definitely check this out. Go and check out, the Discord channel maybe for Marathon and see where you can find official documentation and stuff. And you can start getting engrossed in this. But hopefully this video will give you, the stream will give you some idea of how to start. And so what I said earlier to the Occur FPS legendary streamer, go check him out on his channel. I said, people, go and read this part, a brief ARG timeline. Okay, this gives a very good idea of what's going on, where we are, and what to do next. And you know what? We'll be following through that. I'm actually going to do this. Now, I actually have to create an incognito window because it does remember my DAC and so forth. So you will be able to follow along. And for me, I kind of did it in a rush this afternoon, figuring things out a little bit. And so this time it'll be a little bit easier for me, I guess, but I'll still do it very slowly because it is complex. But so back to our breach document. And so let's read, shall we? So this document contains a full timeline of all events leading to the present. Only facts, only descriptions, most specific stuff, step-specific stuff, including codes, images, and so forth. Of course, there is a lot more detail. So people are trying to figure out codes and reading stuff. And there's a whole Discord channel just linked to this one where people are going, what if it's this? Hey, I found this. Does this link to this? And people are just theory crafting. Fascinating stuff. But anyway, I digress. So around 10 o'clock, I guess, Pacific time, terminals and perimeter lit up. And so myself and I think it was Curbsy actually that went and found these and we were like, hang on, what's this thing? And boom, it went off when you stand next to it. It was like a little screen on the wall and it gave a little image. And so Curbsy actually went, hang on, isn't that another spot on the map? And so we went to this and eventually it unlocked this message, all right, that was being played out by Durandal. Now, obviously, if you've played the original Marathon series, you'll know who Durandal is. We will get into that in another stream. But yeah, it basically gave information, all right? But it was only limited to perimeter. So, okay, this was great. So on the camera feed, there's something part of an IP address. There were a bunch of numbers at the very end of the edge of the feed. If you find enough terminals, you get a full IP address, which when was visited gave us this. Now, we all know this one, but interesting enough, that was also what you would get when you scanned that QR code. But hey, two ways to get into it. The only page available was cargo. So remember, when we jump in here now, cargo is completed. All these other pages weren't visible. So we had to first complete cargo and then it unlocked other stuff. Now, of course, all of them are completed now, and so you see them all. All right. And so it shows 9 cameras, 7 of which are named, and each status, every 15 minutes, the status updates, despite being active for an hour, went from 0 to 1% stabilization. That's a key word here, team. Stabilization was, as far as I understand, the more people did this, the higher the percentage. Hence why this was such an important thing. So you can see here, this was cargo, cryohub, steer, let me jump over to that side. And so at certain points, they reach that percentage required to unlock it. Boom, flashbang again. Let me jump over to that side again. So, okay. So around 2:30 Pacific time, remember, people working on this, people got this in their inbox in the game. So this was an email explaining stuff and so forth. I'll turn the music down even more. So this confirmed that there are indeed 3 terminal pairings in perimeter, and they were deducted prior, blah, blah, blah. Drone station, overflow, and self relay. So when you got to one, it told you to go to the next one. It also confirmed that there are indeed will be more terminal pairings in Diamarsh and Outpost. So it wasn't just limited to perimeter. So at 1936 Pacific time, I guess that's Pacific time, a new channel was created in the official Discord called Breach Protocol. So if we jump over here, here's Breach Protocol. All right. So Breach Protocol is where they're dropping information. Can I go all the way to the top? Look how much people have already communicated in this. That is insane in the frickin' membrane. Okay, I'm gonna give up. Just like that little kid. And so yes, it created this Breach Protocol chat and introduced to a very broad audience the official marathon. What does that say? I don't know. ARG, there we go. I'll zoom in. Yeah, I see it. Google it's just not working very well for me at the moment. Anyway, can I view full screen maybe? Let's see what that does. Yeah, I guess that looks a little bit better. Okay, cool. And so it gave us some information, also confirmed that the terminals were key to stabilizing the camera feeds. Okay, and so there was a new message. It confirmed that only the action of activating the second terminal, which starts with the Durandal voice, counts. So you had to complete the terminal's process, hear the voice, and it must happen in 15-minute periods between recounts. So basically, you'd go in, do the terminal, and then either die or exfil successfully, and then after 15 minutes, do it again. And basically here, after this general consensus was that the amount of terminal activations directly correlates to the stabilization percentage on cargo. So right after that last message, people started brute forcing the terminals, pairing one. It's terrible that it doesn't. Hang on, if I do that, there's not even a scroll bar, team. Sorry, I know it's very, very small, but unfortunately, that's all I can do here. It's not wrapping it basically, which is something of an annoyance. So I'll have to zoom in and out. Yeah. So brute forcing the terminal pairing one by one by entering the run, going to each terminal in a pairing. So and then leaving and repeating the action. Stabilization levels started hitting all-time highs. Remember? Stabilization level. That's right. Started hitting all-time highs until eventually the camera feeds were stabilized one by one at 1700 index, 1745 control, 1815 cargo. So these individual cameras were stabilizing. All right. So it looks a lot different to what I did before. Stabilizing these cameras allowed them to be opened in full screen with the following controls for each. All right. So, there's cameras, steam stable, and so forth. Print, screen, and close. So each camera feed had a visible glitch. Remember I talked earlier about there was this visible glitch? When you click the print screen exactly the right time. So if you did it any other time, it just said captured failed. But if you did it at exactly the right time, it said, no. What the hell? Capture complete. It also silently saves a unique token that contains the state of the capture codes, blah, 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 blah. Again, there's a lot more detail. I'm going to glance over this. Remember, this is the summarized version. There are paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of people theory-crafting stuff to get to unlocking the next stage. Okay. Are you with me? All right. So then, of course, at around 9 o'clock PT, the Diamage terminals lit up. So remember, we were only in perimeter at this point. So then they unlocked, and then of course you went from AI uplink to Westgate, Complex to Canal, and Algae Ponds to Bioresearch. And so even though a lot of people started running Diamage terminals, it only managed to cap out at 66% of this stabilization. So people were running it, but it wasn't stabilizing. And the efforts eventually died down around 12 hours into it, okay? The next day, people in the Breach Protocol organized a new push. Isn't that so fucking cool, man? So it started a new push starting exactly 9 o'clock PT. They managed to reach 92%. I'd love to know the numbers of that. Does it show volume of people? Unfortunately, no. All right. So they got 92 and it eventually stabilized the camera feeds one by one, biostock, steerage, and camera. So again, these ones, biostock, steerage, and what was the last one? Was it control? Anyway, okay, so you following me on this? So we had to go in the game, go to terminals, and just do it over and over and over and over, and thousands of people had to do it together to build up the stabilization, to stabilize these options so that we can open them up. So basically, like if you were to click on, index as an example, I'll just open it up. I won't show the rest now. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Okay, so during the new message was posted on the Breach Protocol channel. And so immediately after stabilizing Diamarsh feeds, the outpost terminals came online. Like, it's so cool, man. And then the following pairings were discovered. So again, maybe I'll jump just to show you what's happening here. Okay, so it was 1.3 outpost terminals. And so basically, people figured out where to go with these images here. But as you can see, it showed where these terminals were, and so you could get to them and go moop, moop, moop. So people were adding this to help people, because remember, you had to brute force this, so thousands of people had to help to get it done. And so it's great that you can come into the guide and it just went go here, go here, go here. So there was probably a lot of people not caring if they die. They were literally just trying to get these terminals and then exfiltrate or die. Who cares? All right, so let's go back to the timeline. Okay, cool. So fine. The next day, so immediately after Diamarsh, people hit those. The same push that stabilized Diamarsh continued with the following camera feeds being stabilized one by one. Camera 6, revival, preservation, stabilizing the last camera marked cargo, and complete and unlock the index. The index was extremely important, as I understand it, because of course all the information that we need to be able to understand things were in here. Okay, are you with me? Are you following me? Right. Okay, so it unlocked this, and so when we opened this up, it showed this: upload DAC. What the hell was that? And so, as I mentioned to you earlier, the DAC was this unique code that you got when you came into the Marathon Discord feed leaderboard and you clicked on DAC. Okay? And so what we actually had to do, and I'll quickly do this. Hang on. Let me go cryosystems back. Yeah, we're going to try a incognito window. And then I'll just quickly have to just change Big Chrome to this one. Yeah, okay, cool. That seems to have worked. Okay, and so what you'll see is if I click on the index, you see it's got the same image here. It's going, okay, upload your DAC. Now, I won't show you how this works. Let me just go to a different browser. Both of them show the same one. Okay. No, because when I do that, it's going to show my documents folder and stuff like that, and I haven't prepared it in that way. So we will go back to the previous one. All right, so change that to that. Okay, cool. But yeah, a very simple team. Basically, when you clicked on this and it asked you to upload the DAC, you clicked it, you searched for this particular file, uploaded it. And by the way, I guess if you want to log in with my DAC now you can, but it's so easy to get your own. And yeah, it then unlocked and gave us a question for a password. So what I'm going to do is maybe the following, because I have to still do this. I'm gonna, in the background, upload my DAC. You won't be able to see this. Yeah, that was very good that I did do that. You've seen the messy desktop that I've got. Okay. So, beautiful. Now I will jump over to here. Okay, so then we got this here. It said, put in a password. Okay, and so of course, this is now the next complexity that we needed to figure out. So I will go back to the right archive here. We'll change this to this, and there we go. So the reason why I have to do it in incognito is because, of course, I've already unlocked it in my, non-incognito window. And so for us to do these things together, I have to do it this way. Anyway, I digress. And so here we go. So index allows a DAC to be uploaded, followed by a password field. So at 22A08PT, a new message was uploaded. And I think the important thing here is terminal access granted, fragment set 9 of 9 confirmed. I just want to have a look at something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 images, okay? Sequence unresolved, source format serial, translation layer applied, source sequence origin a couple of numbers, and then another message was posted a little bit later saying sequence origin start is DMWG and terminals reveal all. Interesting. So at 9:20 the same day, let me jump. Yeah, it's actually probably better if I'm here. Yeah, same day a password was found out. With pain and fury, strike the stone until its secrets break. With silent rage upon these alien shores, untold futures hide. Go, dear violent one, to what once was home, but now lies haunted. What? Right? Okay. So, shall we jump back into here? And so, in this password, we drop that in. Look at the development. It didn't even paste the actual letters that I copied. It copied marathon code. And so obviously somebody has done the effort, I guess, to figure out those things. And so bang, we put it in and that unlocked our index. And so now we can use this to find various information. And so I guess these entries, like these things, these were images that they pasted over other images to get directional coordinates and stuff like that. Anyways, so let's jump back into my other browser now, because now we're up to scratch. Okay, right. Flashbang. Okay, so this initially gave access to 5 entries for all users, 4 text entries and 1 video. Okay, and so everything we currently see in index, a lot of these things weren't available at the start. And so like I showed you earlier, there were these videos that unlocked. And you can extract those files, by the way. So that's an image that you can extract to make it easier to paste over. And so as I said, it also...
They rose up through the cloud.
So why don't I turn that down? Let's watch this together. No.
Rose up through the clouds.
And beyond our atmosphere to Earth's moon.
Then Mars.
Existence is a ceaseless expanse of dangers to overcome. And here we stand, once again, champions against doubt and stagnation.
We have harnessed fear and fashioned from it
The next evolution of our most endearing trait.
All right, cool. So there you go, everybody. Whoa. There we go. And so fascinating, there was a video. Now, some of these videos, from what I can see, they're just quite nice. They just tell a story. But again, the website design to make this work is fascinating. So we'll watch this one next, because this one's really good. Check this out.
We race now beyond the sun, beyond its warm, nurturing embrace, through the vast cove of empty space, between our home, here and now, and our future among the stars. Tau Ceti 4, orbiting a sun very much like our own. There, we will establish a foothold beyond our solar system. There, we will endure, as we always have, as we always will. Project Marathon is a century-old dream, built to reach a distant centuries.
Epic, absolutely epic. And what I enjoy most about this, and you know, we'll continue on with the complexities in a second, but what I enjoy so much about what's happening in the moment is Marathon is in this very unique position where so many people are negative about it. Most of those people either don't understand the backstory, they don't understand the gameplay, or they just are political. They're playing a other extraction shooter, and thus for they've picked a team and they have to be against it. Remember, this is Bungie we're talking about. Bungie, they're huge. they go way back. Let me pop this in for a second, just for sniffs and giggles. I always do in these streams. But check it out, team. Bungie started in 1990. How old is this company? They started 35 years ago. But that's key. Marathon 1 started in 1994. This is one of the oldest game intellectual properties ever. And as you saw, there was already ARGs that were happening in Halo in 2001, and then in Destiny, and so forth and so forth. So yeah, they've come a long way with this, man. Seriously. But anyway, and so in short, they know what they're doing. They're not just making a PvP game. They're not just making a PvE game. They are making a game that has so many complexities to it in its lore. We haven't even scratched the surface yet of what they're going to be bringing out. So yeah, this just showing that things are unlocking through an ARG. Brilliant. Okay, so shall we jump back over to our favorite document? Flashbang. Okay, so we gained access. Some people were able to see some other images, but it was just a mistake. And so these are the things that you saw there in that index. Okay, so minutes after finding the password, index was marked as complete and steerage was unlocked. Okay, so steerage as a puzzle. We are going to do steerage now. So we'll close out. We head over to steerage. Okay, so firstly, how awesome is this? Now, in short, steerage was a coordinate puzzle. And so basically the brilliant minds that have been working on this ARG, figuring this out, they have... hang on. I just realized I've got to just do that. They figured out the coordinates. So again, they use that index, and so we don't have to. And so basically it's coordinates from x1 and y1 to x21 and y16. And so let's go ahead and do that. So in here, and I created a little document to make it easy for myself, but it's going to be tricky. So this will be officially the first time, team, where we're going to work together to figure this out. Well, together, you're going to watch, but we're going to do it. Okay, so the first one is 1-1, and we click and drag. And remember, you can do this yourself. That is one of the key things of this whole video, is you've been shown how to get a DAC, how to fire up this website, links are there, things are unlocked, you've got the password now, and once you've done that, you can head over into steerage and you can start doing these little mini games. So it's fun, especially when you see what happens. Okay, so from XY11 to 21 and 16. So you can see there's a number shown here. And so we've got 21 and 16. So you can see there 21 and 16. Now, if I mess it up and I just let go, you'll say, it tells you, nope, that's wrong. So it's 21 and 16, like so. And then when you let go, it releases a part of the image. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this quickly, but it is complex. So now we go from 114 here to 2230. 2230 and release. Next one is 129 to 2140. 129. Oh no, hang on. I'm getting confused. Yeah. Hang on a minute. So 1 and 29. Oh, hang on a minute. See, that wasn't right. It's here. No? 129. There we go. 121, 29 to 2140. 2140. Bang. Okay, then it's 2019. 2019 to 3229. 3229. Now remember, people, when they figured this out, it must have been huge. They were like, oh my god, this is working. This is working. Okay, so next one is 21.1. 21.1 to 34.9. 34.9. Click. Then we've got 21.9. There we go. 21.9 to 34.20. 34.20. Cool. 34.20. Then we had 21.28. 21.28 to 31.40. 31.40. Beautiful. Then we had 31.19. 31.19 to 42.26. 42.26. Then we had 31.25. 31.25 to 41.40. 41.40. Okay, then we had 34.1. 34.1 to 50.11. Cool. Then we had 34.11 to 50.20. Yeah, right. 50.20. Then it was 41.20. 41.20 to 60.30. Cool. 60.30. Then we had 41.30 to 60.40, which should be the bottom one here. Beautiful. Sorry, I have something in my eyes every time I look left. 49.6. 49.6 to 60.21. And then last but not least, 51 to 60.7. Oh, there we go. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up.
If your path is paved with violence, you are going the right way.
That's it. Now, that is such a small, insignificant thing, but you can imagine as people are cracking these things, they must have gone so insane with excitement once they've completed it. All right. Okay. Here we go. Back to the flashbang screen. Hang on. Okay. So entering the coordinates, blah, 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 blah. And then obviously we got a little speech there. Around 10:20 PT, this is marked as complete, but did not immediately unlock the new step. So then at 16:32, a new message was posted in breach protocol. So fragments restored, index reflects new state. So of course, new thing is unlocked. At the same time, biostock was unlocked with new entries appearing for index. So again, remember the index wasn't as complete as it is now. A lot of the stuff was hidden. And so as things unlocked, new stuff was in. And of course, this is where things got crazy complex, man. So biostock shows a what's it, a Gaussian splat, a Gaussian splat, I can't remember the pronunciation. There was a really good video that was done by Adam Savage around what a Gaussian splats are, so definitely go check that out. But basically it's a new way of rendering in three-dimensional space, and fascinating because you can really condense the file sizes, because if you have all these cameras that basically take an image of somebody and then create dots within a three-dimensional space, and then as they stack up, it creates a 3D volume, which is fascinating. Anyway, more on that. Go check out, if you want to learn what a Gaussian splats are, go check out Adam Savage Learns About Gaussian Splats. Fascinating. Okay, enough with the word fascinating, which is fascinating. But long story short, when we go into biostock, you have 4 directional arrows and you're in a 3-dimensional environment that you can fly through. So I'll show that in a second, because obviously we're going to do it. So clicking on the button sends a request to the server, updates the game state with the response. All right. So in index, a lot of new entries appeared. All right. So the section was written entirely by one person and is now being held hostage by editors. Don't plan on keeping it up to date, blah, blah, blah. So you can imagine there's so much work. Probably some people haven't slept for days putting this all together. But it was interesting because all these coordinates came through. All right. And so what we find, I think this is a point where it kind of just, in a way, died. The document that I was looking through. But if we now go here on the left and we look for, where did I find this? It was a particular place. Sorry, I definitely found it earlier. I just can't remember now where. Okay, unsorted text. So let's go back here. Post terminals. Where was it? Steerage. There we go. So steerage, new terminals, and steerage coordinates. So, okay, for those who want the solution, this was the solution. Okay, but of course, there was, let's read it. Steerage was a step that was completed the fastest among any of the steps so far. This was in large part due to the fact that the assets for the step had been data mined in advance. That's sad, but I mean, this is going to happen. So people had ample time to analyze and prepare. So, you know, maybe they leaked that. You know, maybe they did it on purpose. You know, Bungie's a smart group of people. They know people are going to data mine. Maybe they expose that on purpose. Who knows? So that does not serve to discredit those who solved the puzzle and simply included to share the relevant information of the step. Shortly after Index was completed, the in-game terminals were updated to include coordinate grid puzzles featuring interconnected green lines and pink dots, all along a grid of numbers running across the top and left sides of the coordinate field. Are you still with me? At the same time, the CryoArchive Steerage website became available, giving people access to attempting the puzzle. The solution was found and confirmed less than 6 hours after the completion of Index. So basically what you can see is when you reach one of these terminals, it gave these things. So to complete the step, find the coordinates on the left of the dash. So you would maybe notice it, but you know what? Let's go into steerage. Let me just show you what you see. So hold on, we're going. No, it wasn't steerage. What am I on about? It's bio. There we go. Initializing systems. Hold on to your britches. We're flying into a Gaussian splat. There we go. So we're in. The key thing is these buttons. That's left, that's up, that's down, that's right. And so when people saw these terminals, you could just make it out here. There's just a little right arrow here. Okay. And so the above image is sample taken from one terminal enlarged to show the coordinate grid and its systems in the highest detail possible. All 18 terminals across the map will have overlays with grids and nodes in two shapes, squares and circles. Blown brain. So I watched a quick little stream that a person explained how this worked. I will try to explain. But basically the coordinates you'll see here, let me zoom in as much as I can. It's got a 40 and a 5. And so what would happen is you would travel from 40 and 5 through to here. And then it would be plus 3 to the 40 and minus 2. So it would give you, what's that? 43 is your new coordinate. And this would be easier with paper, but 3. And then you go through, you ignore the circles, and then you do the same add and minus to it. And then you get to the end. And that would give you the square coordinates and then the circle coordinates. What the hell? Anyway, so each shape, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into that detail. Again, guys, go and read the Breach Protocol community doc. It's fascinating what people had to figure out. Remember, it's easy for us to read it. People had to figure this shit out. And so as you can see here, all those coordinates, and people figured them out. They, as a community, threw things together and cracked them and so forth. All right. So we go down. So that means we ultimately ended up with a list of coordinates, which I will try and find. Where did I see those coordinates, my friends? Where did I see them? Okay, so that was step 5. So obviously this document's not perfect. Let's just see here. See, it's under steerage, which wasn't right. Because it's under bio. So let's just see here. Completed steps, outpost, index, step 2, step 3, revival, resource. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, weird. We're here. Next action, solve biostock. Oh, so yeah, this document wasn't completely up to date. So hold on a second, team. I'm just gonna quickly have a look because I know I had this earlier. Of course, again, it's quite a lot to learn in a short period of time. But let's go to at the same time. Archive systems, biostock. Okay, you know what? What was this? Where did I find that? Okay, so you know what we can do? Let's do this. We'll CFV. Biostock, biostock, biostock. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. This was just random. So, at roughly March 11th, remember we're in 17, blah, 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 gained access to the page, biostock. It's probably going to be good that I zoom in on that. There we go. Top right corner, a series of 4 arrows which correspond to 4 directions. As mentioned, left, up, down, and right. These arrows are able to be selected using the cursor, also respond to the arrow key. At the same time, the biostock webpage was made available and there were images that were unlocked. Remember I showed you some of these images? And so hold on, because after these were discovered, several users first overlaid these images based on each of the raster image shapes by removing the color layers. Sorry, what? From RGB spectrum from these photos, a hidden layer of information was revealed underneath. Who thinks of this? All right. And so, as we scroll down, it then highlights these arrows. So users then overlaid these images on top of the maps within the game and found that they all matched up with a corresponding map and were thus associated with said map. Jeez, Steve, this is insane. Several users then entered into these maps and found that each of the lines matched up with locations of terminals on each map. Brilliant. When the terminals were interacted with, they then displayed a new image with an arrow key present. So remember I said there's those small little arrows? You can see there's a small little arrow there. There's a small arrow. There's a small arrow. You know, easy to miss if you have no idea what's going on. But there were arrows. Then it was theorized that each of these arrows on the terminals corresponded with an arrow action back on the Biostock website, right? And that they would fit into a part of the sequence that would solve the website phase. It was then theorized that the small numbers in each of the photos then determined the map order in sequence. So which button you push at which time. An example of these numbers is shown below. So you can see here, there's a small number there. There's the down arrows. There's numbers here. And so you can see this, whatever, man. Connection between maps, up, right, up, down, dire marsh, up, down, what the fang. This thought process was reinforced when a user discovered that a chevron icon on each image located on the vector lines corresponded with the chevron of another image. I'm sure I can understand this if I try to, but nope. at the solution to the biostock was a... What? Okay, so at the solution to the biostock was via brute force around March 13th. So this is quite some time ago. UTC, the solution order was as follows. And so it comes down to up, left, right. The map order related to the code order as follows. Diremarsh, outpost, perimeter. All right. Isn't that annoying? Because you think perimeter is first, Diremarsh is second, outpost is last. No. Then the API website updated shortly to display that the Bioshock page had updated. So a reminder that API is here, showing that it was complete. All right, team, we are back. So now we're going to complete this. So I don't want to waste time, so I'm going to go back out and reset it. Now I've got these up, down, left, rights saved here. It is a trick to do it. So when you do it yourself, I'd recommend just pasting those coordinates, the up, down, left, right, blah, 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 blah. In what I did is a notepad, and every time I select one, I move the cursor down one because it's so easy to get confused with which one is next. Okay, so here we go. So we've got up. Yo, occur! Yo, 8-bit brain! What's up, the magic triangle? How you guys doing? Welcome to the nerdiest... I would highly recommend, it's good to have you here, go back to the start of the stream. Seriously, you're jumping into a point that will not make any sense. But the complexity is fascinating, team. And the whole point of the stream is to show you how you can easily follow along and complete these steps yourself. Also, I've put links in descriptions and all kinds of places. Go check it out. Okay, so we hit up. So good thing I had my cursor going. So next is left. And so here we go. Through a Gaussian splat we fly. Next will be right. Bang. Then next will be up. Here to learn. Yeah, good to have you, man. Seriously, as I said, just go to the top of the stream and watch. It will blow your mind. Okay, so up. Cool. Next will be right. Cool. We'll click right. Next one will be up. So just a reminder, team. Flashback! All of this information you will find in that breach protocol document. And if you scroll down, what's this, page 86 of 94, you'll find all the information regarding that here. So here is the actual up, left, right, yada, 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 yada. Okay, where were we? So we were going to click up. Hopefully that doesn't reset it. If that reset it, this is annoying. It's probably reset it. So, okay, we go reset. I'll definitely go back tomorrow and watch Just Learn Duos come out tomorrow. Yep, that's right. Duos are coming out, man. They are trialing it, so it'll be interesting to see because I guess there's a balance to this game and they don't want to mess that balance up. Okay, so we'll start this part again. By the way, team, actually, I'll go back and just show you guys. Basically, to get to this point, you have to go to the Cryo Archive website. Okay, there's, like I said, there's an API and all of that. But once you get to here, these things had to be unlocked. And so I actually showed it earlier that for you to start, when you open the site on your computer, the first thing it's going to ask you when you try to open up the index, it's going to ask you to upload your DAC. And you're going to be like, what the DAC is a DAC? And to get a DAC, you need to head over to the Discord channel, open up leaderboard, click DAC, and it will generate your own unique DAC. It's literally like a QR code specifically to you. You load that in, and then once you get here, you actually physically select that image, it uploads, it unlocks, then it asks you for a password. And the password was obviously mined by people, and it's somewhere in this document at the top. You'll have to follow it. Only once you've done that can you get to this point where you can do what I'm doing now. And seriously, guys, you've got to see the documentation that these people have gone through. Where's my index here? Let's just see here. I want to just find it for you. Oh, there's some cool videos in here. Actually, we haven't watched this one yet. Let's check this one. Everybody hold tight. Hold tight. Got some videos.
Imagine
hope, dream. And yes, creation is complicated and born of fire. That fire is a furnace. Ours together. It powers our drive, our pride, our need to strive, our need to never sit idle when there are races left to run and distances, however far, to travel. On fire.
Right, whatever that was. So that was the video. Let's see. Yeah, is it down here? Here is the music. Okay, so there's the video. By the way, guys, let me show you this video because this is dope.
We race now beyond the sun. Beyond its
Check this
warm,
out.
nurturing embrace. Through the vast cove of empty space. Between our home, here and now, and our future among the stars. Tau Ceti 4, orbiting a sun very much like our own.
Yes, 8-bit brain.
There, we will
Cool name, by the way.
establish a foothold beyond our solar system. There, we will
Wait, what?
endure. As we always have. As we always will. Project Marathon is a century-old dream. Built to reach a distant centuries beyond. Very much like our own. There, we will establish a foothold beyond our solar system. There, we will endure. As we always have. As we always will.
Check this out.
Project Marathon is a century-old dream. Built to reach a distant centuries.
Not so, man. Absolutely not so. So to answer your question, yeah, a lot of the clues came out of that, but a lot of the clues came out of the index. I'm quickly trying to find a particular clue, which is gargantuan. Gargantuan. No, okay, we've gone through these. Hang on, let me just see here. Downloads. This is always dangerous to open up, but there we go. Look at this, guys. This is one document that got unlocked in the index to help us unlocking coordinates, where you paste maps over this to help you figure out codes, which we're going to get to. The whole point of this stream is actually for me to walk through each of these steps. I've already completed the first one, which I'll show you in a second, just roughly. But this is nuts. This is off the chain. And so what we did before was we did steerage. And so in steerage, I'm not going to go through everything, team, but basically they figured out the list of coordinates. And so what I have to do is I go from 1-1, you'll see the numbers on screen, to 21-16. 21-16, and let go. You see? Unlocks. Now, if I just do this randomly, it tells me to go myself. And so the next one, let's grab a random one. 49-6. 49-6 to 60-21. 60-21. Bang. And so this unlocked the next step. And once that unlocked, somebody unlocked that, it then reflected for everybody on the main page. So there you go, teams. Are these YouTube videos unlisted? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually checked. I've actually just found them through the index. So I tell you what, if you want to tomorrow, you know, you can follow along my stream from the start, because I do indicate what you need to do to get to this point. It is a lot of fun, but if not, you know, send me a message tomorrow and I'll go and find them for you. But also, they will be in this breach protocol document. Okay. flashbang. You'll see a lot of these steps that people have reached. Here are the coordinates. That's funny enough, we're speaking about it now. And so there are, every time there's a mention of videos unlocking, then people have found it and put a link if they could. Okay, so as I said, we are now going to complete Biostock. So let's get into it. Oh, and important here, team, preservation is the next one. And I'm going to get to it in the stream. This is really fun, but really hard, and people haven't figured it out yet. Okay, so where were we? We are here, and we start with up. Next is left. Next is right. Yeah, this is insane. No, 100%. And like I said at the top of my stream, I am riding on the coattails of thousands of genius people that have figured this out. And there was a point where thousands of people had to do the same thing over and over to actually reach a percentage rate. Okay, so now we're doing up. Next we're doing right. And I was wondering if it's unique places you go. It's not. It's the same thing. It's more just like pushing the buttons, but making it a little bit interesting. Cool. Next one is up. Next up is right. Next up is left. We're halfway. Left. Sorry, now we're halfway. Next up is up. Next up is down. Is that a frown? Are you feeling down? I'm going to click this with all my might. We're clicking. That's right. We're clicking right. Man, sometimes I'm worried about theft. That's right. We're clicking left. I shouldn't do this. Seriously. Hey, if you want to fight, let's fight. But if you don't want to fight, you know what? Let's click right. Yeah, these sort of cases, I don't know if I'm deft. No. Let's click left. Oh man, I don't know how much ammo energy I've got left because I'm gonna click left. Hopefully at the end of this I get a cup, because you know what? We're clicking up. Man, I'm getting tired of these arrows, man. They're in my sight, and that's because, you guessed it, we need to click right. Now, hopefully I haven't things up, because hopefully this is the last button I have to click, and the button is up. Here we go. Did I actually manage to pull that off? Did I? Yes! Access granted. So you can imagine there was some dude...
Scatter here. Yours, hell, until infinite possibilities narrow to one.
Thanks, buddy. So there was some dude or dudette out there in the world that once everybody had figured out these things, went through those, successfully completed it, and went ape-king shit. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Biostock. So next up is preservation. So Welcome to preservation. By the way, it's genuinely fun just to go and give this a go yourself, just to go through it. But this is nuts. So I actually had to watch a video for somebody to explain to me how this works. It literally looks like nothing is happening and then boom. That's right. Durandal, that's correct. Correct. Durandal is... So when you go and unlock the terminals at Perimeter, Diamash, and Outpost, when you do it in the right sequence, you actually get Durandal to talk. And so, yeah, I do think we're going to be facing off against Durandal at some point. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we now find ourselves to preservation. So if we take our document and we go all the way to the top. Yes, sorry, flashbang. So biostock unlocked and completed. Next is preservation. And so let me zoom out here. So basically, again, this stream is not about me going into the detail of how they figured this out, because it's ridiculously complex. But basically what they figured out is there are these codes that are shown. So you'll see here, there are codes underneath these wires and drawings, and so you can interact with these things. This is like a safe combination. Look here, you have to drag it to the left, that's X, drag it to the right. If you get it wrong, everything resets. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. And so basically it shows a code, and based on that code, you then have to go and cut the correct wire. So you've got to find a yellow cable and cut it with 3 on the timer. Okay, so I'm going to try and execute this on screen, but to do that I need to have another browser open so that I can reference it. So now I'm properly getting flashbanged here, team. Okay, close that up. Oh man, when are people going to realize that? Actually, it's going to be easier on this one here, that black mode is the way. Okay, so I can't see myself, but you can see me. Good. So just as an example, now remember, this is as far as our journey goes. This has not been solved yet. It has been solved how to unlock each of these, not all of them. Some of these puzzles have been figured out. I understand that this puzzle and this puzzle is still eluding people, but the safe combination, oh, hang on, for some stupid reason, full screen browser, let's do that, Picron, capture the cursor, yeah, it's supposed to capture that. There we go. Dark mode for the win. Absolutely. So the safe has been done. These are the wires we need to cut. This is the running man. That's easy. This one, I believe, has been figured out as well. This one has been figured out. And there's actually a hidden one, by the way. Check this out. Where is it? There. Look, there's a hidden one. If you click and hold, that's where the running man is. What the who figured that out? Anyway, shall we? Okay, so I've got my little cheat code here on the right. And so what we do now is we just do them. And bro, the thing is if you get one wrong, it resets everything and you have to do it from scratch, it seems. And so what do we have here? So HA9TI, cut the yellow cable with 1 on the timer. No yellow cable, no yellow cable, no yellow cable, no yellow cable, no yellow, no yellow, yellow with 1 on the timer. And so I look at the number there, you see resetting in 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. Click, completed. What the actual... Okay, so I'll do that again just for sniffs and giggles. I will do it again just for sniffs and giggles. I'll click something incorrectly and that resets it. So we'll do it again. So the code is C2K. So C2K, purple cable, 6 on the timer. So, I forgot if you click on the browser, it does that. So VOO, orange cable, 7 on the timer. Orange cable, 7 on the timer. Orange cable, 7 on the timer. And then watch that timer. Once it shows a 7, click, and complete. So that's how you do the wire cut puzzle, team. I imagine the people doing the ARG haven't played the game enough to even be able to unlock cryo. That is probably correct. Though, what is interesting is if we look at the API, you see this stabilization level. You see how it goes cray here? I'll just quickly zoom in here. So what happened was, in the early time, when these camera modes, they weren't stabilized, so you can't actually open them. And so people had to go to these terminals and basically go to the correct sequence, either die or exfil, and then 15 minutes later do the same. And so thousands of people started doing this together, and that pushed up these numbers until the stabilizations hit 100. So they're probably not good at the game, but they freaking went in as a community, and it actually took a few days for the community to get enough people together to do this, to actually unlock it. And fascinating, man. I was just thinking the same thing. It's a whole new game in of itself. Never seen anything like this in a video game. Yeah, and you know what? You want to see something fascinating? Sorry, let me turn that freaking whacked shit up. Everybody, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Too far gone. Are you kidding me? Love this shit, man. Alright, let's bring it back down. Ooh-wee. Alright. Okay, so full screen browser, there we go. So, actually, now that I think about it, let's do this. Copy. So I don't usually put chat on screen when I'm doing browser stuff, but anyway, there it is. Bang. So we're back here. Kurt says, this is a house of dubstep. Yeah, man. Hey, seriously, check it out. Stream Beats by Harris Heller. This is their Sus album. They've got some epic tunes on it, man. Seriously good stuff. All right. So, where were we? We were going into preservation, and we're doing the next puzzle. So, over to here, we've got run mode. So, there's the running man. And basically you click on them, and then you have to, depending on the code, let go at exactly the right time. So let's go down to the running man. The Muppet Man. No, the running man, you twat. Okay, and so the running man, this is the tricky bit. So you click and hold L7R. L7R is on 8. I missed it already. Crazy how quick you have to be. B9 is on 5. That was interesting. The last one was I probably didn't have a lot of time left. So on 5, let's go. Boom. Interesting. Okay, so we'll try that again. CI2 is 7 on the running man. Now, I don't know if it's 7 seconds left or just on screen. Yeah, okay. I think it literally has to have that amount of time left. Okay, so A7070707070707. I don't have that code, but it is 2 on the running man. No, that's a different one. Oh, 4 on the running man. Okay, we wait. Oh, actually, there's numbers on the physical running man. That's why. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Click. Boom. Completed, my friends. Can we zoom in on that? Oh, I guess we can zoom in a little bit. Okay, there we go. So that, my friends, is how you complete the running man. Okay, shall we do this one next? So we go again to our flashbang document. So the next one is the root calibration. Now, it's a big X here, so I don't know if that means it's not accurate, but we will try it anyway. So, over here. So, basically, we have a look here, and A0A is... Oh, yeah, that timer ran out as well. So now we have HA9, HA9. So this starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, end. So, yes. So again, I say this again, this is the information you see here. So here's the code, and then you click in that direction to figure it out. Okay, so next one is the, as I think people have done with the safe combination lock code. So let's get that up on screen here. We go here, find ourselves a safe. Look at the time. So there's not enough time for me to even try to do it. So I'll just click and mess it up. That resets it. So now we got a minute. So what have we got here? We got A07. A07 is 263. Now here's the hard part. If you miss the number, it stops. It doesn't work. 263. Let go. Then it is 185Y. So you got to be slow, because if you go over it, you're doomed. 185Y. 265Z. 265Z. 155. Off. What happened? Oh no. Okay, so VOO. VOO is this one. So here we go. 265 on the left side. 265. 121. 121. 185. Ooh, slowly. It comes up quickly. 185. A0. Oh, I see what's happened. As I'm dragging my mouse, I moved it up and it disconnected. Oh, shiza. Okay, so resetting in 33 seconds, my ass. Okay, here we go. So HA9. HA9. Okay. Cool. So we got to be more careful here. 185. 85. No, I went too far. Sorry, I realized the music changed and I completely lost concentration there. Okay. It's not easy. Okay, we've got enough time here. It's a... So it is... 2... Ooh. Go shag a donkey, man. L7R. L7R. Okay, here we go. 185. Nope, I went too far. Cool. We'll try it again. CI20. CI20. Okay, so this is the long one. Keep the mouse straight. 263. 263. Y is 0. Really? You want me to work that hard? It's gonna fall off the screen at this rate. Oh, I've got the 0. Z130. Did I run out of time? C2K. I've done this before. I know. So here we go. 130. Let's make it a bit easier. Slowly. 130. 120. Oh, damn. Okay, what's next? C2H. This is harder than the game. Okay, 260. We're going to try and get to this one quickly. For shit. Okay, L7R. Here we go. 185. Okay, 185. Y0. Z260. A155. What? I did nothing wrong there. Did I run out of time? Damn, HA9. Okay, here we go. 185. I went for fuck's sakes. Okay, so let's mess that up. So we get, I see there's 34 seconds. 37 seconds? Come on, give me a good amount of time there. 75. Okay, what do we got? L7R. Yeah, this one was the easy one, right? 185. Here we go. 185. Did that go? Yeah. Y is 0. I'll read the chat in a second, boys. 0. Z260. A155. No, I went down too fast. Fuck's sakes. Concentrate. All right, let's read some messages. This is harder than the game, right? I think it was in-game terminals. Each map had them. Yeah, that seriously. Check this document out. It will explain to you. It wasn't just these numbers. They had to cross-reference them, put them on top of each other. Anyway, the rabbit hole goes deep. Okay, so let's get ourselves some time here. We will complete this. 37 seconds. No, we need a minute. 22. Okay, HA9. HA9. There we go. 185. Okay, let's concentrate. 185. Then 85. Oof, almost marked that up. Z263. Then 121. Ah, this guy. And honestly, the first time I tried this, I nailed it the first time. It was not that hard. But anyway, how much time do we have? A7070707. Okay, 260. Here we go. 260. Back down to 0. My mouse is gonna go off the screen at this rate. 0. Then again, 265. Really? Oof. A120. You game. You in the donkey backside. Wait, what? Okay. V00. V00. 265. Here we go. 265. 121. $185. I went fast. All right. What do we got? We got a minute. C2K. C2K. 130. Let's go. $130. 121. I forget. In my head, it starts at 0, but it doesn't. Okay, this should be a good one. B9. 155. Let's go. 155. Definitely exposes how dumb I am. Slowly down to 121. $260. $185. Fuck you! I did nothing wrong there. Screw you, game. Okay, so seriously, team, we can one more time. One more try. We've got a minute to do the C2H. Let's try it. 260. Of course, it's this one, you bastard. 260. I was about to give up there. 260. 155. 263. 260. Oh, fuck! I forgot it! Ah! Okay, we got a lot of time for the B9 one. I'm gonna try one more time. Come on, let's do it. 185. At least you know I'm not gonna crack your safe at any point. What's causing it to fail? I don't know. Like, you're not speaking to the expert, put it that way. But interesting enough, like I said, when I tried this off stream while I was prepping for this, just working on it, figuring things out, I got a first time. So I'm obviously, maybe my mouse is disconnecting. 155 after a few seconds of holding it. 155, slowly down to 121. Okay. Then 260. Then 185. What? I don't understand that. I've did nothing wrong there. Just disconnected. Okay, so we've got a bit of time here. CI2. That's the horrible one. All the way through to 260. No, 261. What do we got? You've got time here. VA. Where are you? Okay, 265. 265. 121. You see, there it just disconnected. I don't understand if it's like maybe where I let go. That might be it. So what I'm doing is I'm dragging this to here and then let it go and then grabbing and so I've just got to let go and click and continue. So let's have a look. So if I do this like here, no, it doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. Computer says none. I'll just keep trying. How hard can it be? Nope, that's not enough time. Give me something else. Thank you. Okay, 1 minute to do it. C2H. Seriously, this is not supposed to be this. Huge C2H. This is the worst one. See, so 260. Perfect. Then grab here. Back down to 155. Then Z263. Then 260. Then 265. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm moving on. You game. I will get this. I've done it before. Why am I even stressed about that? Okay, so then this next one was an interesting one. So you see here, we've got a code up here that we've got to input. My goodness, team. What the fang were these people dreaming when they figured this out? Look at this. So this corresponds with an index. By the way, I can't scroll to the right because Google Docs sucks nuts. But basically, they figured out that the corresponding numbers here at the top. Can I zoom in a bit? These correspond with certain codes. And so basically now you would look at a particular code, one of these, and then, yeah, the number at the bottom is what you've got to type in. But again, what they had to do to figure out this one is insane. Let's just see. I'll open up the Discord here. But there were all these codes that they figured out to do it. So shall we complete that? Because it's going to definitely be easier than unlocking a fucking safe. Okay, so input. So we've got 49. It's the B9Y. What one? Where are you? BY. BY. There we go. And so this is easy. You click here and you simply go 4087748. Enter. Completed. Just like that. Ta-da! Nope. I'm gonna do that safe on fucking air if it's the last thing I do. Okay. No, go. I'm fighting with Google Docs here. Okay. one more time. One more time for sniffs and giggles. We will do the safe. Yeah, your mother has failed to input. 53 seconds. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just running low on time. CI2. 263. Let's go. 263. 0. Z130. 85. 121. I think I know what the problem is. What happens after the save? Seriously, guys, this has not been completed. So every time I do this, it's already been done. So as far as I understand, I don't know if this is another one of those, the more people complete these tasks, the more it builds up. But basically, there are, if I go over here, once we've completed that, you'll see here, pattern module incomplete. Oh, hang on, it's been completed. All right, so the pattern module has been the pattern module has been completed. And so next up is the surface acid module and then the root calibration. So it's incomplete. People are trying to figure out what it is. And so what am I showing you on screen? Just me, how I managed to complete them so that you can go and try and do them yourselves. You're not necessarily going to be adding to what this ARG is about, but it just connects you more to Marathon, like being able to say, you know what, I was part of that ARG, I clicked some stuff, I understand what it's about, you know, it's just for fun. But unfortunately, when I unlock the safe, no fireworks go off, it just goes, cool, I've managed to do what other people have done before. But I believe that this puzzle here is the one that they're referring to as the, where is it? The surface, no. So the pattern module, this one is what they've now completed. This is the pattern module. So it'll be interesting when they update that, because it's sort of like rotate 90, set 1, and that information we can find in the, let's go back, close, index. Oh wait, hang on, this is one of those docs that I had in my downloads option. This one here. Look at that. So this is the root calibration protocol document, and so people have finally figured out what this is about. All right, cool. So that one's done. I just, for sniffs and giggles, need to do this on stream because I'm going to create an edited version of this, and the fact that I did this first time earlier this afternoon, and now that it's on air, computer says no. Okay, 1 minute 17. 1 minute 17. What do we got? We got L7R. So here we go. 185. Oh, lost. Okay. Cool. We'll try it again. No, 36 seconds is not enough. 57 should be okay. A707070. Yeah, here we go. 260. 0. $20. Are you kidding me? 265. Maybe you got to be fast. That's maybe the problem. 265. No, I don't have enough time. 121. Can we? No. Okay. So damn that you really need the full time. Okay. So C2H. Here we go. Oh, and of course the C2H one is the worst. Okay, 260. Here we go. 260. 155. 263. Fuck! What do we got? 1 minute. Okay, A707070. Okay, so 260. 0. Terrible one, this. $265. 121. $260. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now what? I guess this is. Oh, you know what? So that last one, I needed to click again to the right to get it to finish. All right, but there we go. We got closer. 50 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We need over a minute. Minute 22. A07. A07. Where is it? There we go. Oh, lovely. Good one. 263. 185. I keep forgetting it's there. Okay, we'll just do it again. By the way, if you're watching the stream to have fun, yeah, you're not. 265. 121. 185. 0. I see people are fixing the codes as we speak. I wonder if somebody hasn't messed these codes up. Let me open up the Discord here. You won't see it on screen, team. But yeah, show fun watching me crack. Yeah. Okay, that's strange. It's not opening that Discord channel. Look, I will continue this. Okay, so here we go. Just trying to get enough time to do it. Come on, give me a minute. Minute. Beautiful VOO. Okay, here we go. 265. 265, 121. 185. 0. Who knows? D2H. Of course, it's the one that we fucking love the most. 260. Here we go. All the way. 260. 155. 263. 260. 265. There's a C? Oh, completed. Yes! Haha! You safe? I cracked you immediately. Is what I would say, because I'm going to clip that and make it into a video like I did it first time. But in actual fact, that was really hard, man. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed knowing that I did it. How did I find the codes in the first place? Is that from the long PDF? It's from the long PDF, but seriously, if you go into this breach protocol document, there's so much that is explained here, man. So much that is explained. But also there are other people with documents all over the show that has explained how they got some of these codes. So go and check it out. Let's see here. So it's index. So here, as you can see, geospatial authentication. So your feelings are correct. Magic triangle. So what's this? Page 11 of 19. So prior to advanced access, blah, 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 blah. So the serial numbers correlate here. Instructions. Okay. You see, that's it. That's all they give you. It's just numbers. Where they go? Where did who go? I don't know. Okay. Right, team. So let's have a look. Is there any more puzzles that I can do? I know these ones you can move around and stuff, but I can't remember if that's been done yet. And then this, what the is that all about? Who knows? Right. So zoom out. Let's have a look. So preservation is what we're working on now. We've done Running Man. We've done that. So this one, it now says complete. So I don't know if the steps need to be updated. This wasn't completed when I started. So next is surface acid module and root calibration protocol. So yeah, we will check to see if that works tomorrow, maybe. All right. Whoa. So hopefully that gave some of you an idea of the depth of what this ARG was all about. And again, we've barely skimmed the surface of the complexity of what people had to do. But remember, if you go to the beginning and you just follow step by step, you can find out how to get a DAC, how to open this site, and how to go and try those things for yourself. Remember, as I said, I think the work has been done. What you're going to be doing is not going to be contributing up to that stage that I've shown. But you can contribute further. So if you actually want to be part of the people that are trying to crack preservation, then you've got to go into depth. You've got to go and understand what the surface acid module is. Go and jump on those good Discord channels. You know, they are a great place for people to say, this is what we've got figured out so far. If you're a really smart person, maybe you can crack it. So, yeah. I, on the other hand, I'm going to now just play Marathon because my brain is just this much, you know, and yeah, just have a little bit of fun, shall we? All right. Okay, where are we? I actually have to fire a Marathon. That's probably going to help as well. I've actually got to reset a bunch of stuff. Cool. Fire up Marathon. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys jumping in, watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know on the Occur FPS. By the way, guys, seriously go and check out Occur FPS's channel. Some funny content, but really insightful as well. There's a couple of videos coming out soon, so go and check them out. Actually, while we're waiting for that, let me just quickly do this. Let's see here. Boom. There we go. Just dropping this in the chat, team. So go and... Oh, yeah. It'll probably help if I do that. Yeah, there we go. There's a nice link to Occur's channel. Go and check it out. I know a couple of videos are dropping soon, so don't be shy. All right. Preach. Yeah, man. Come and join the cult, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, all right, my brain is racked. Like, I think it was about 3 o'clock this afternoon. I started delving into this, started reading and, you know, watched a couple of videos and so forth. And so, yeah, it's been exciting to come and bring this to your view. The one thing that I'll say here is highly likely is there are people that have way more in-depth streams and videos about this. But hopefully that shows you from a noob's perspective, like a person who's just figured it out. What are the things you need to do to get in it and to be able to just get to where we are now? Of course, if you want to just focus on helping them crack, don't worry about any of this. Just go into the Discord channels and say, hey, I'm here to help. Tell me where to go to figure out the next puzzle. All right. We've got a certain marathon up and running, ladies and gentlemen. So the question is, what are we going to do? Shall we have a bit of fun? Now, I did a whole stream and video on the Rook life yesterday, so go and check it out. There's a couple of funny shorts and stuff. I don't think we're going to rook it up now. I think we're just going to do some. And guess what? Curbsy still playing, man. Man, I wonder what level Curbsy is now. Like level 99, probably. All right. So let's check out a vault. Yeah, you can sell the shit out of that and out of that. Let's go. Let's come in with a medium package. Nothing too cray-cray. Just to get warmed up. Green shields. Use this shit. Nothing basic there. We'll go in with ammo. I'm going recon, so we'll find something there, hopefully. This gun just needs... It said 98. What do you mean, magic triangle? We need a barrel for this. Is it a barrel? A dampener mod, sorry. I've got a couple of blues. I'm not going to worry about that now. Okay, so we need the energy for this gun. And we need a bit of life as well. I'll take one shield. No, actually, we'll buy... Actually, hang on. Before I forget, I get free shit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget your free shit, yo. Here's level. Oh, I didn't even see that. Where did you see that? Curbsy. $98? Where? Oh, wah, wah. Right there in front of you in green. Yeah, man. That's insane. Like, every time I log on, Curbsy is playing. So, yeah. What a freaking legend. But, oh, yeah, a free gun, free sniper ammo, free things to sell because they're really useless. What do we got a mitre here? Nothing crazy. No, how much for unstable lead? No, we need that. Green icon, yeah, sorry, that completely eluded me. I cannot brain, I has the dumb. Alrighty, so loadout, so we can, we'll use that. Bang, 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 bang. We'll keep that. Yeah, let's go in with it. No, because usually if you die, then you lose all that goodness. Cool. Might as well go in with that. Armory. Let's just buy 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. We got ammo. We got that. Let's run. I'll send Curbsy an invite, but he's rolling at such a high level now, like to play with a level 37 pretty average gamer is probably not going to be the way. So what is our mission? Shall we start with a simple perimeter? Oh, come on boys, unlock it. Simple perimeter. What do we got? Loot munitions crate. I tell you what, it's the stupidest thing. I just can't seem to find this damn munitions crate. Hang on. Towseti.gg, maybe? Or is it a randomly generated one? Munitions crate. Perimeter. How to loot munitions crates. Interesting. Yeah. I've looked for 2 days for munition crates and medical cabinets. No luck. Munitions crate perimeter map checklist. Ooh, interesting. What's that? Oh, interesting. Hang on, let me just jump over here for a second. Hang on, might as well. Just quickly pop this up on screen. So I'm at one.com, dangerous. So interesting, I've never been to the site before, but it's showing me where there's generally munitions crates. Cool site, man. Okay. All right, we will keep that open for shizmonies. Okay. Not sure if that actually showed on screen now. Okay, shall we? Okay. All right, team. So we actually play the game that we love. Yeah, Magic Triangle. You know, remember, we are men, and we have to understand that men have this, you know, genetic problem with finding shit, I guess. Well, maybe some men, but I definitely have that bug. And one thing I have to say is that my problem is when I try to see stuff, I go in with a preconceived idea of what I want to see. A preconceived idea. And so if it doesn't suit that margin, I don't find it. And then it's right in front of you and you're like, I'm looking for this. It's the stupidest thing. All right. Loot a munitions crate. How hard can that be? And the funny thing is, like, some of the missions that I've completed so far, you know, on Outpost, what, Outpost? Oh. Outpost and Dimarsh, way more complex than this. But I'm sure you guys have experienced this as well. You have this annoying little mission, and for some reason, it just doesn't line up. You just get murdered every time, or your team doesn't go in that direction. Yeah. So I've actually found that a lot of these things, it's easier to do solo. But of course, man, solo can be ruthless sometimes. You're just running in the next moment, bang, sniper shot, long distance. Because yeah, some people play solos like they play a rook. Well, it's almost like these sort of things happen. There we go, finally. Let's get into it. Be like that sometimes, like playing fighting game and going for the same combo that isn't working. Yeah. Alright, moment of truth. We're here. So my nearest one will be...
Attention.
Here.
You are entering a high-risk environment.
Here.
Cyber
See you later.
assumes no liability for loss of body or self.
On the move.
I mean, I hope they follow me. Oh shit, yeah, hang on. Do I have push to talk on? Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, that's right, man. How's it going on your side then? Having a good day so far?
I have ammo.
Question now is, team,
Metro active.
is this coordinate good? Let's see, map. Man, I'm pretty much bang on it. So is there a munitions crate anywhere here? In my head, I can't imagine this being right because the munitions crate I thought was randomly generated. There's definitely no munitions crate where that thing is showing it. We can't hear them, by the way, unless that's intended. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how that works because when I push here, settings, sound, social. So you can see here, voice chat input is this. Voice output device is use system default. And so if I set it to the default, it doesn't work. It didn't work last night. System communication default, maybe? Let's try that. Sorry guys, I'm just testing audio as I'm streaming. Could you say something? So I see the problem here. It's picking it up on desktop audio, but because I've set the game to specifically capture my game sound, it's not coming through that. It's routing it through a different way. So anyway, I'm going to have to do a bit more research on that. Not sure why the fang that's happening. If you guys have a suggestion, that'll be great. Yeah, it was something last night. I had this really great stream, and afterwards when I was in edit, I saw, oh shit. Set it to whatever you have set as your output in OBS. Aha. Okay, so let's go OBS. The thing is my output, the sound capture, is set to a specific window. So I would have to capture a separate sound just for that. Anyway, I'm not going to do this on stream now. Whoop. Sorry, say again. Yeah, let's go for it, man. I'm sorting out audio issues as well, but happy to go where you guys are keen to. No, it's this complex thing where proximity chat and voice chat isn't coming through in my stream. And that's because of the way I've set up my OBS. And I'm not going to fuss with that now. I just want to play the game. I've just done, what, 2-hour stream on this ARG stuff. So I just want to have fun. So whoever's watching, you're not going to hear these great people talk. That's just next level, JJ. Have you guys been following this ARG that's been happening? Dude, I just did a great stream explaining it for a noob's perspective. It's involved. It's really fascinating. Definitely check it out.
Threat marked.
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Danger spotted.
Peace out, man. Hey, thanks for joining Magic Triangle. Good to have you. Look forward to catching up in the future, man. Okay, well, in that case, let's loot this puppy. Nope. Oh, I was talking about 8-bit. Sorry, lol. I'm gonna stay till the end of this run. Oh, thanks, man. Okay, what do we got? Show me the money!
Something's out there.
Jeez.
Metro.
The cat. Where's the cat? I heard the cat. Team, I'm coming, I know. But there's a cat. Where's the fucking cat?
Take a look.
There it is.
Anyone want these? Camo filter engaged.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
On my way, boys, I just spotted the cat. The bingus. Let's check our flanks, see if there's any teams coming in.
Tossing camp. Damage noted.
Okay for now.
Wait.
Caution. UESC reinforcements now active.
Oh shit. For shit. Kiss my ass. Usually it's not a good idea to engage with the gold on ground level, but I guess they already sorted that problem.
No one can hide.
Nice.
Shields critical.
Attack.
Right, finally with my team. Ooh.
15 minutes remaining.
Oh, fuck. The question is, what? Oh, on Twitch, I think it's NXT level JJ.
Ammo crate placed.
Oof. So nerve-wracking going through that.
Alert. Profit opportunity detected.
I'm pretty sure I exist, man. Hang on a minute. Just check it out on YouTube. Maybe I do not exist. Maybe you're playing Marathon too much. You're just hearing shit. You're actually sleeping right now. Which direction did you see it?
UESC reinforcements incoming.
Yeah, let's do it.
Metro active.
Round about rook time now.
Armor up. Need a charge.
Maybe upstairs. Oh, this is a quiet one.
Stay alert. Camo filter engaged.
Shout when you guys want me to do a scan.
Follow the echoes.
You have 10 minutes to exfil.
So I saw something there.
Tracking profit opportunity.
Over here.
I suspect there's a team to our left. Yeah, I heard gunshots. I don't know if you guys heard that. As in station.
Careful here.
Threat marked.
Bingo.
Threat spotted.
Not yet.
Danger spotted.
Something's out there.
Probably. Are they shooting at you guys? Don't sleep on this gun, team.
Seeker deployed.
I'm just watching your 6. See if it comes around. Oh, knock something with a green shield.
Charged up.
Will do.
Five minutes until forced recall.
Time to hunt.
Yeah. I just took a picture of the guy.
Marking targets.
Sweet dreams, puppy.
Progress made. Updating tracker.
Over here.
Attack.
Feeling better. Systems engaged.
Nice.
Supply secured.
Nice work.
Cargo intact.
Definitely want that. Now I can drop stuff that's not worth as much. It's the same backpack, so it's alright.
This is your 3-minute warning. Exfil awaits.
Or escape.
The way out is here.
I did. I got it. Kick the tires and light the fires.
What's this?
Not activating. Cool. He said we need to wait till 1:30, team. And yeah, sorry, I will fix the audio issues. I'll cook a little bit. It's just the way I've set up OBS to give me more control of what's going on. But then, of course, it's caused this. So I'm very specific about what audio goes through to live broadcast. And obviously that's limited this, so yeah, we'll figure it out. How hard can it be? Actually, let's be smart.
Warning. Reinforcements detected.
Drone active.
See what I'm seeing?
Got a cat. Got a cat here, boys, if you want to see it.
Camo filter engaged.
Here.
Synth silk failure in 60 seconds.
Seeker deployed.
Yeah, nice, Bomb Boys. Appreciate it. Seriously, if you want to figure out the ARG, check the beginning of my stream. Pretty deep. Have a good day. All right. Well, there we go, team. Get in, meet some good peeps who know what they're doing. Get out. To be fair, we didn't really run into a team, so not the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to be fair. All right, cool. Oh, got a decent chunk of kills there. Let's see. Yeah. We go up. Nice. What was that gold thing, though? That was it? What? Come on. Nice run. Yeah, thanks, Magic Triangle. Again, it's easy when you have people to know what they're doing, but also if you don't run into other teams, which is... Oh, there we go. We got that. I guess that was the important bit. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, we got some traction with our friends over at Arachne. Ooh, always a good day when you get a shotgun. Right. Let's see. When are we there? Rank 16. Oh, I got a bit to go there. Hurting hands. Yeah, all right. All right. What I'm really trying to push here is to get this up to rank 20, because I really want to start cracking in my heat recovery rates. They can make a big difference, but also just upgrading my capstone, because Rook will now start runs with a deluxe backpack in addition to their basic gear. And so that's important. But check this out. Is it this one? Yes, superior shield implants, prestige salvage. Is it Praxis? I'm gonna head out now. Fun time. Have a good one. Hey man, thanks Magic Triangle. Cool seeing you. We'll catch up soon, I'm sure. You know, being in a cult. For those who's watching, if you want to join a marathon cult, head over to Occur FPS on YouTube. He's got a fantastically awesome channel, lots of fun, good attitude. But yeah, in the Discord, there's a bit of a cult going. Of course, I've got my own Discord, so don't be shy. Head over to nextleveljj.com, click in there, join our team. There's a lot of fun things coming in the pipeline. Cheers for the run, brother. Oh, thanks, Shift Train. Good to have you along, man. I hope you're good too. I didn't even say goodnight to 8-Bit Brain. Love the name though. Anyway, where were we? Huh? Unlocks advanced sponsor kit. Yawn. Is it under Mida? Boom, 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 boom. It's just this one. Just the first one. Rook will start runs with a stack of claymores. That makes such a big difference. You know what? Let's do some Mida work, shall we? In Dire Marsh, destroy the biosample analyzer inside West Quarantine, acquire a UESC biohazard sample. It's fine, but all of this has to be done in a single fucking run. Alright, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? It is Dire Marsh. You do need 2 types of guns. Yeah, let's go for this one then. Sell that cheap ass piece of shit. Goodbye. Thank you. Come again. I'm happy with the shields for now. Sliding in water generates no heat. Right. Okay. I just need one more of this anomalous wire. Are you kidding me? Okay. So we just want to fit the shotgun with just a couple of goodies, just to make it a little bit better. There's one in particular. That I'm looking for. Can't remember which one it is. Yeah, that one. So if you run into 2 people with a shotgun, as you can see there, reloads the magazine by a moderate amount. So I believe it gives you an extra bullet. So that can sometimes be the difference between life and death. This one's a fascinating one with the sniper. So what you do here is you actually shoot on purpose past them. They hear a bird call, they look the other way, and then you nail them in the head. Now, of course, pros will know what the bird call is. Okay, shall we give it a magazine? There we go. Slightly increases accuracy. Yeah. Slightly increases accuracy while moving and ADS. Yeah. Cool. Sometimes it'd be nice, and I know they're working on their filters, but just to be able to filter by gun, maybe there is already a feature like that. Who knows? Okay, what are we doing? We are recon, so we'll go in with that. Go in with that. And we will go in with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I did have shotgun ammo, but I guess I dropped it to annoyingly get that gold thing, which wasn't that worth that much in the end. Okay, at least we got that. Cool, shotgun ammo, some of that. All right. We are going to Dire Marsh. Now, this is the kind of mission where if it happens in the first go, it will be mind-blowing. It either means I got lucky, had a really good team with me, but yeah, realistically, I'm probably just going to go ahead and die now. But hey, for those watching on Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, don't be shy. Say hello in the chat. It'd be good to hear from you. And are you excited about the Cryo Archive? Also, another question is, do you know what the ARG is? I mean, you've clicked this link, you've come into the stream, probably watching it live. But if you came here to find out what the ARG is, what it's about, you need to go to the top of the stream. So all the way back to the beginning. I've already covered that in consumable enough detail. I will, of course, after this be making an edited version, really cutting it down. But yeah, if you want to figure out what the ARG is, definitely head to the start of the stream and enjoy. It's something that just came about, you know, today. I was going, you know what, I'm tired of knowing about ARG but not really understanding it, and so I went in, did a bit of research, watched some videos, and yeah, basically got to the point where at least I could complete all the things up until where we are today. Figuring it out, oh, that's some big brain shit right there. All right, now sometimes this game has a habit of just leaving you in the lurch with a loading screen, and so I'm just gonna do that. You game, you saw it. They were like, oh, you want to play a video? Well, fine. I'm gonna immediately load into the game. All right, we're in. We're in. Oh, Dire Marsh, it's been a while. West Quarantine.
Take a look.
Jeez, that guy's just beelining. Prism is gone.
Find them. Here.
Careful. Nice one. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm just acting as bait for you. Jeez, I think there's another team that's come in now.
Seeker deployed. Over here. Thanks. See what I'm seeing? Attack.
Purple shield.
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
Careful.
Jeez, he left me? He was there just a second ago.
Engage. I can't take much more.
Jeez. 3 shields down.
Marking target. Heat out.
Southwest.
Over here. Find them. Runner here. Seeker out. Follow the echoes.
Purple shields. Yeah, damn it. Damn. No, they were definitely prepared. All right. Ooh. Shall we? What shall we do? You know what? Just run a free kit. It's funny how often a free kit gets you what you need. Oh, but yeah, to complete this mission, you need 3 people that are locked in to complete. We got a bit unlucky there, I would say, because me and that guy were good in sync, play well, but then we got a team with 3 purple shield dudes. Also, how annoying is it that teammate just immediately disconnected? They got killed and they just quit. Like, come on, guys. Stick around for a little bit. Anyway, while we wait for this loading, what I wanted to show is just a bit of fun to fill the air while we wait for the game to load. Check it out. Of course, this is the legendary Destroyer Shell cinematic. I just love it. Bungie's done such an epic job with these videos. I just wish they'd do one for Recon, one for the Thief. I love this part. It's almost like it's the devil on his shoulder that made the decision to attack. Pure art. That's right. Just unbelievable stuff. I'm just... Every time I watch one of these videos, it just makes me feel so excited about the future of where we're going with Marathon. Because again, if you take Destiny as its own game, how big and how long that lasted, they've got all the people that are worked on Destiny working on this now, almost all. Okay, so unfortunately we do not have a teammate that's doing the same job. But maybe we're lucky and we start on the west side of the map.
Here. Look at that. Sure.
Yo.
Seeing this?
Oh, it was just a red light flashing on a box. Super scary. Love it. You boys been following the ARG? Think I saw a team just ahead of us.
Seeker out.
No, it was just UESC moving quickly. So basically the ARG is this big community event to unlock Prior Archive. So I'm busy streaming now, but I did like an hour, just a noob's point of view of how the ARG works, what you need to do to take part. It's quite involved. It's pretty crazy, actually. That's great. I'm live right now. Don't worry, people can't hear your voice.
Over here.
Gunshots northwest.
Seeing this?
You sweaty boys that want to engage that, or we want to do a mission?
This way. Threat marked.
Camo active. Need cover.
Okay. We're going to walk into another fight south of us. Bit of sandwich action, you know.
Careful here.
Also, I'm on a free kit, so you need a decoy, I'll be it. I can see people got a supply drop coming west, which is directly to where we need to go. Oh, shit.
Remaining.
Possession is the law.
Ah, cheers, thanks. Oh, thank you.
I see you.
Maybe.
Here. Danger spotted.
Ah! Definitely a team. Definitely a team.
Stealth engaged.
Coming from the north side.
Need cover. Reload. Where is he? Lie down.
It is Die Marsh, man. It's a place where hopes and dreams come to die if you don't have a proper kit. Or you're not really lucky that round. Take your time, Redacted. Moment of truth. Well, here I usually yank out my knife. See, what Redacted's doing is right. If you're 1v3, it's no, I mean, unless you're the most sweaty of players, the like ridiculously good, or you've got really good shields and an epic gun, there's almost no point in trying to engage 1v3. And so the right thing to do is either run away and rotate, or just wait for them to move on. The only problem is there are people that play Arachne and all they want to do is kill people. And it's those teams that will sit and wait for you to come back to res their teammates. Now I can already see we've got one person who's disconnected. And so by the way, watch, he's playing with the thief, or she, or they are playing with the thief. And so watch when it goes to side camera, you'll see the thief's eyelashes, and they do blink. I thought that's such a crazy little detail. Hang on, I can show it to you. Just here, here's the eyelashes. So watch. Blink. Blink. Does seem to be random. Blink. They're doing a really good job of checking their corners. The problem is that team that we fought is engaged with the other team, and so the direction that this person's heading in is just towards the problem. Yeah, oh, he's got a sniper rifle. Very nice.
15 minutes until signal loss.
Yeah, he's like, where the hell did I try and hide? Yeah, sorry, Redacted, I didn't make it easy. I caught into this little side corner. Straight ahead of you. I wouldn't have res me there. I would have waited, especially with another team so close.
See what I'm seeing?
Finders, takers.
Take a look.
What the hell? I didn't open the pack, so it wasn't booby trap. It was somebody just placed a proximity mine, maybe. both of us are operating in very dire condition. Like, moving away from hopefully where the teams are.
Drop me a patch kit.
Not from me.
Caution for rooks. They're spawning in now. Team's been through here. They've cleaned out everything.
Danger spotted. See what I'm seeing? Know your zone. Find your escape. Careful.
Remaining.
Repositioning. How about this?
Over here. Seeker out.
In a bad spot.
Grab all you can. Need this?
On the prowl. Give me cover.
Over here. Seeing this?
Time to move.
Follow the echoes. Go.
Yeah, good job, Redacted. Appreciate that. You're on a stream, man. Head over to Next Level JJ and see what you did. Well, team, that was fantastic. I mean, I did Jack Diddley squat there, but die. But seriously, well done to Redacted. What a excellent, slow game to get us back on track. And hey, when you exfil, doesn't matter if you achieved a lot or not. You didn't lose anything, and in fact, came back with a couple of good things, man. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely didn't make a lot of money, but came out with free shit. Let's go over here. So we can definitely sell that shit. We'll keep this on us. And yeah, that'll be it. All right, team. This has been awesome. Again, the stream's focus was not on playing, but all about ARG. And I really, really enjoyed showing it and learning as we went through it. It is amazing what the really smart people have actually been doing in the background to get this ARG done, to get us into cryo. And so it'll be fascinating to follow it. So again, if you're watching this, make sure to watch the entire video from start to finish so that you can follow along and achieve these things. Not necessarily to contribute, but just to be able to feel that you were part of this. You understood what people did. You know, sometimes just understanding the work people did and respecting them for it is as much as sometimes, you know, kind of helping out. So yeah, but hey, obviously, if you want to learn more about me, about our community, about the cool people we're meeting along the way and so forth, head over to nextleveljj.com. You'll find everything there. You can obviously find out ways to support me, but most importantly, to check out my socials. I'm doing a good, funny, interesting, short video upload at least once a day, and so it'd be cool to have you check that out. Then obviously, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Man, you just gotta love what they do, and they hate Mondays apparently. All right, team, I'm gonna go and do a bit of editing, bit of sleeping, and then tomorrow, who knows, maybe they would have cracked it by then. See you soon. Ciao.